Hey everybody, welcome back. We are on day 5 of Zach's week of Work Sharp, and today we're looking at the Work Sharp Whetstone knife sharpener. Now, this is all the contents you get in the box. The box has lots of cool info on it, also has a little instruction manual with it. We'll walk you through exactly how to do this. It'll go through the sharpening, it'll go through all the stuff with the stones, but I want to show you what you get in the box, and then we'll go from there. So in this, you have 1,000 coarse grit stone, and you have a 6,000 fine grit stone. Now these are water stones. Do not apply oil. Do not sharpen anything when they're dry. Clean and dry between uses. So there's little maintenance that goes into this. So let's take the stones out gently, and let's see what we get here. So they are combined, so that's a positive. So you don't have to worry about that. Now this tray right here also comes with a little rubber mat that goes inside that'll keep the stone from moving when it's in the tray. In addition, you have rubber feet on the bottom of this tray. So when you're doing your sharpening, it's gonna stay, it's not gonna move. So I like that. Now they call this a medium 1,000 grit, and then this is the 6,000 fine. So we are going to set this in here. Now these are magnetic, and these go right inside. So let's see here, we may have to place these inside first. So let's go put those, why read instructions, right? Let's just do it. I'm just kidding. So these go straight down, they lock into position. Actually, hold on here just a second. We're gonna move and put these in there, straight down, lock into position. So you'll see how those go and fit right inside. And in these angle guides, on this one they give you a 15 and a 17. And they are magnetic, as you can see inside there. So they will just fit right on and go lock in. So you're good to go at that point. And as long as you get the 17, there's even a reminder on the top angle guide portion. And this is a nice kind of rubbery silicone material. So it's not too soft, not too hard. So you're not gonna scratch your knife or the finish on it. So those are your angle guides, which is pretty cool, as you can see here. It's good to go. Now, the stones, you drop them right in. Now maybe you gotta put them out, hold on here. They barely fit in. I don't know. Let's see here. This seems like it's just a little too snug. So let's put those in first, then drop those in. There we go. That was a little too snug at first. I didn't want to force it down there. So thanks for bearing with me behind the camera. Anyways, so as we know, you would then go ahead and start your process. We do not want to touch a knife to this without the water. So the recommendations say anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes, you're gonna soak these stones in water, fully submerge them in water only, and then bring them back and put them in here and keep the water nearby, because you wanna have the water and keep these stones wet while you're using them. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna go soak this, and we will be right back. Okay, we are back really quick. I just wanted to show you, you will see some bubbles coming out of the stone in different places. So you have to soak this until all those bubbles are gone. 10 to 15 minutes is the best recommendation. They're coming out all around the stone. So we will be back as soon as it's done. Okay, we are back. And real world issue that I've noticed is this is about a 30-minute soak on these stones, on this stone, and we're still at about half the normal bubbles coming out of it. So anyways, that's one of the things that I noticed. So real world, 10 to 15 minutes ended up being about half hour or more. And we just want to make sure that there's water on this. As you can see, there's water all over the top of the stone. That keeps the stone from getting damaged. And basically, you're just going to run your knife, and it's going to be about 10 to 15 passes per side using this course. You can set your angles and just go right at it. And you want to do the same, and you want to stop with your tip kind of on the middle to 3/4 of the way down the stone. And then you can go back as well. Now obviously I'm doing this one-handed. You want to do this two-handed, and I'll show you from the other side. But you can see how you're going to get some grit on the stone itself. So you're going to want to keep water on that. If it, keep it moist, keep it wet, keep it going. And then when you get to the other side, you can do the same thing. You're going to just lightly put a couple fingers on here just to keep that edge. And you want to do it about 10-15 times to get that burr going. Now granted, I'm not doing it fully on here from behind the camera, but you get the idea of it. And you're going to get a light burr going on this side. You want to make sure it's going all the way down the blade. I will link a video down below that has a lot of tips and tricks that I looked at from WorkSharp that really get into the nitty-gritty, so to speak, on this one. Sorry, it's a bad pun, I know. But the really cool part is, if you're looking for something that's like therapeutic almost for yourself as well, you can see how this catches all the water, keeps all the moisture in. It keeps the stone in place. And if you're a guru, we'll just put more water on this side. But if you're a guru, and you're doing this stuff like Jared or Triple B Handmade, you can pop these off and you can sharpen freehand. This is a great little stone. It's perfect. This is going to run you under $40 to pick this up and have it sent to you. It's a nice heavy stone, so this isn't going to move. The only thing I would recommend is doing it somewhere that you can either sit down directly in front of it, and you can push this away from you, and you can run your knife, down and back in this direction. And then you can also do it towards you, or you can switch hands and run it this direction, whichever way you end up being comfortable with. Slow, steady, keep the pace with it. That's the best way to do it. Now, like I said, these are, dual grit. It's one stone combined. You have 1,000 coarse grit on one side, which is medium. You have a 6,000 on the other. You can see these stones are still nice and wet, which is really awesome. But the cool part is, WorkSharp put this all together. Now it does get into the more, you got to think about this ahead of time. You got to soak your stones in water. You got to make sure these are clean. So I'm going to soak this a little bit more so I can use it and actually get a nice edge on that. We're going to get into some actual usage on this. We looked at a different sharpener yesterday, which was the bench stone. You can use this one without any water. It's a lot quicker of an action. So for me, if you don't have a lot of time, hit up one of those type of things. But this one, I actually like the therapeutic nature of it. You get into that motion, that groove with it. It's kind of nice. You're sitting there watching your favorite show, or maybe you just want to, get rid of your thoughts of your day from work or anything. It's a great way to do it. Now, another cool part is, let's say you want a different style or a different angle guide. You can get the other angle guides from any of the other machines, or the sharpeners, 2025. That was from the bench stone. It goes right on there. So kind of a cool little trick that they do with their stuff. It's all interchangeable. You can buy the extra guides as well on their website. I like all the products they're putting out. This one really gets into the stone use. I know a lot of people like to freehand. I'm just starting it. I did take one class from the master, in my mind, Triple B Handmade. So thank you so much. That was quite the experience. So look forward to another class with him. But overall, this is the WorkSharp Whetstone knife sharpener. Check it out at the link below. Let me know your thoughts on stone sharpening, whetstone sharpening. Have you had experience with it? Do you have whetstones that you use? Let me know down in the comments. I'm looking forward to see kind of what your thoughts are. I have some other stuff that's in my collection that I haven't used yet that are water stones. So I'm looking at getting into a lot of different things. So I really like this. Again, you have your two options. You have your medium and your fine. Drops right in there. You can get to work. Anyways, you guys, have a great rest of your day. do something kind for someone. Most importantly, take care.